Holy cow, what a morning it has been. Holy, the altcoins are coming back strong. Portfolios weighing me down once again in the right kind of way. Bitcoin coming back, looking pretty good. What up, Ninja Glock? What up, my people? Sack Nasty out in the chat. Good to see you guys. Had Isaac over for the weekend.
Yes, indeed.
Steak.
Steak and some lamb. It was great. It was a
Those
great
are
time,
lamb
man.
T-bones, too.
Yeah,
You know?
they're delicious,
I
man.
realized that I lost my voice and I came back sounding exactly like Alex Jones. So I'm going to go with it. It's not bad. You know, my voice is back. I feel amazing.
Good.
So we're back. What up, Flip of Frank? It's going to be a crazy day. Actually, we might have some crazy guests coming on the show.
Oh, we do.
We're looking out for them in the wings here. Mad Phoenix, Crypto Tony, Gabrielle, Lasnik, Caffeinated Crypto. Caffeinated Crypto, you're reminding me. I need to get some green tea. I switched over to green tea. You know, it just feels a little bit better.
Yeah. Green tea is, you know, it is amazing.
Yeah.
All the herbal teas are great.
It's quite nice. Now, also quite nice. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Look at this. @DrewCrypto. We're getting near 7,000 followers now.
Beautiful.
That's pretty cool. Also on the YouTubes, we are cruising along here. Let's see. Are we at 76.2 right now? There we go. Oh, yeah. Good call.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, hold on. Is that, wow, that's really zoomed in.
Huh?
Here's what it is, though. 76.2, though. I'm feeling good about this.
Beautiful.
Now, Bitcoin and Bitcoin dominance. I'm feeling good about this as well. Let's check this out. So we are at 61.7% Bitcoin dominance as we speak, with that dominance starting off the week with a little bit of a red candle. Altcoins are not doing too bad. Let's see here. Let's go to look at the number one trending right now is, guess what? It's Chainlink.
Is it really Chainlink?
The number one trending coin right now is Chainlink. Holy
Jesus, Kelly.
So that feels good. Let's go to the watch list here. Check it out here. I saw like Wink is getting sold off like crazy, and it's like trying to come back like nuts. It's up 80% right now. Avalanche 2150. We got the Arena doing pretty good. I got to hit Matthew back up too. I got to get back to Matthew. This weekend's been nuts. Ondo doing pretty good. We're at 89 cents on Ondo. Plume, man, Plume has been one. This might be like Plume and DAG, Constellation DAG might be the biggest gainers this cycle. For me.
Possibly, yeah.
You know,
I can see it.
They look the strongest charts out there in my bag so far. Yeah. Matthew King, there he is. I need to get back to him, man, because we need to get on the Arena. We need to get up plugged into the Arena. Now Morpho at $1.41. That's great. Chainlink, look at this, 15. Feels good back above $15. Not going to be surprised if we come back down and keep getting chopped out. Bitcoin, we did something important. We bounced hard. We bounced off the 200 moving average very, very nicely. So I'm loving seeing this movement from Bitcoin. We do have to have an air of caution, though, for good reasons, because we created a little bit of a CME gap. Let's go to BTC. BTC 1 exclamation point. Check this out on the daily. Usually the dailies are the ones that end up getting filled here. A tiny CME gap, though it may be. CME gap exists between 84,800 and 85,150. Just you got to be careful, you know.
Indeed.
But honestly, that's not too far away. Like we're at $88,000 right now. Just nice to see us bouncing off of the start. And you know what? This weekend's price action. Very pleased to not see us get giga sold off over the weekend.
It was nice not to get your bags dumped on your head.
Just kicked right in the dick on Sunday night.
Literally, just in your ass.
Yeah.
Foot.
So yeah, I mean, looking at this chart, this does not look bad. This is the regular chart of Bitcoin on the daily. We're feeling pretty good. Maybe I'll feel like doing a live trade. Let's go look into it. Let's see if Drew feels like sending it. All right, let's see here. So we got to hold this bad boy down. Man, we're printing another green on the. Yeah, I don't like putting trades in on these green dots on the top end, though.
That's true.
You like seeing that momentum, but look at that. This is absolutely beautiful. This is lovely. I'm loving seeing this. Now, and you know what? We have in the comments in my Twitter, I put out, you know, basically asking people what they want us to pay attention to. I've been actually asked a lot about render over the weekend, so I do feel like looking at render. Oh, do we got Will in the wings?
We do.
Dude. All right, let's bring Will up, man. I'm excited to see.
How's it going, guys?
Let's see if I can.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound great.
Oh,
okay,
man,
cool.
I can't hear him.
You can't hear him?
Ah, shame. Well, at least we got one.
Your person?
No,
okay.
well, you know what? I'll do.
Now I can just start talking shit.
You go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, I can hear you. I might not say anything.
Drew is those. No, dude.
Yeah, I mean, either way, we're gonna hear from him.
Yeah.
Unmute it. There it is.
How's this green day treating y'all?
Dude, I'm feeling real good. Real good.
That's good, man. That's nice.
Yeah.
Like
Good to
hear
see
that.
you again, Will.
Yeah, good to see you too. How's it been?
You know, I've been good. What can I say? I've been today actually.
I think I saw you were sick for a little bit.
Well, I didn't have a talk. I didn't have a voice.
I didn't have a talk. No, that's right. I didn't have a talk.
So this morning, my wife's alternator blew up and had to call a tow truck. Now I'm going to swap out the alternator after the show. It's a thing, so I'm doing the things. So with that being said, Will, I know you're out there. You give great analysis in the morning, not only on Bitcoin, but on the regular markets too.
Thanks, man.
We're bouncing pretty good off the 200 moving average. Where do you think, is this a fake out? Or is this a bounce?
Ooh, yes. I think this is a real bounce that might still be a part of a larger bear move in the market. That's where my opinion is right now. But to talk on like the bull side, what I see on my charts is I see a bullish breakout of a descending wedge. For anybody who's watching this and you may not be able to picture that in your head, just know that the descending wedge is a pattern that tends to break out to the upside, and the target of that is $100,000, $101,000 for Bitcoin. If that happens for Bitcoin, I mean, altcoins, you just pulled up the Bitcoin dominance chart, starting to have a little bit of red, a little bit of weakness in Bitcoin dominance, which we would love to see for altcoins. So if Bitcoin goes up to 101, a lot of these altcoins can play very, very nicely. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm analyzing a whole heap of coins right now to figure out what setups I like. But because these would be longs or some spots positions. But because I still have a little bit of a bearish picture overall, like I'm worried about kind of like the second half of April. I'll talk about that why. I'm looking to just kind of make some quick trades. Get in. I play with larger positions than most. I only mention that because like I'll take a 15% trade and hop on it, and I'm good with that. Maybe do that once or twice as we ride a move up in Bitcoin to 100,000, and maybe a coin like Cardano or XRP or Solana, the likes, end up going up 30% or something. We'll see. So that's what I have my eyes on. Solana, XRP, Cardano, all those coins in the digital asset stockpile category are all coins I'm looking at to take short-term trades on. Along with a bunch of others. You mentioned Render before because it has a lot of volatility there. If there's a short position here or there that I feel comfortable in, I'll take that as well. We'll see. And then I'm fine kind of moving everything except for my Bitcoin into stable coins, have that earn interest. I love interest. That's great. As long as it's doing something for me, right?
It's more like conservative.
Just a conservative approach because I still have some bearish worries. Like, on April 4th, the tariffs are expanded on Canada and Mexico. Let's see how the market reacts to that. Will there be retaliatory tariffs? How does the market react to that? April's the month where we're going to get first quarter earnings reports for every company in the S&P 500 and NASDAQ. So we're not expecting those numbers to be great. They're not going to be horrible either, but we're not expecting them to be great. So how does the stock market react to that? Stock market affects Bitcoin, So I have these question marks that I just kind of want to sit back and see how it handles it and then reevaluate things.
You said some interesting stuff. So on, April, and you're talking about earnings, Wall Street coming out around that time. Pull this chart up. And also move that note. So this .com bubble of 95,000 overlaid with our 2022 to 2025 time. But some of the differences I liked being called out on this is the earnings models were a little bit different. And now we have cash bearing mag set. Right. So a little bit of nuance in it. A lot of people are worried that we're walking into the next Great Depression recessionary pullback in the short term. Do you have those same concerns in the immediate time frame, or
Mhm.
is that something later down the road that you're looking out for in like 20?
Yeah, I'm not really worried about. I mean, it just depends. Like the definition of recession has changed. So,
Right.
what is a recession now? But if you just look at this as like an economic downturn, that's what I'm looking at. Not necessarily a full blown recession. And even Jerome Powell came out in his last speech and said, "Hey, other outside forecasters outside of the Fed, he means the odds of a recession has gone up a little bit, but just because those odds have gone up doesn't mean that those odds are high. They're kind of like a mid-tier threat." And it's the Fed's position and it's my position right now as well. The US economy has shown a lot of resilience in the face of really high inflation for a long time and things being tough for a lot of people for the past 2 years or so. And yet the US economy has remained pretty resilient despite the last couple months, a little bit of shakiness we're finally starting to see.
Right.
So what I see is I don't necessarily see a recession, but I see unemployment ticking up a bit. I see inflation remaining a little bit stickier because this next inflation report will be the first one where we actually really start to see an impact of tariffs on the inflationary numbers, because it'll be a report on March and tariffs started on March 3rd or March 4th. So we'll see how that affects things. But otherwise, if I look at the two things that are causing uncertainty in the markets, it is, when is the Fed going to cut rates? And when are we going to get trade deals to
Yeah.
remove these tariffs? Right. And those are the two things. So if you say, "Hey, I'm worried about us being in a .com bubble," I say, "Whoa, we're nowhere near that." If you look at what the problems are right now, they're solved pretty. I'm going to do air quotes around quickly, because what's quickly in human experience is not quickly in financial markets or history.
Facts.
Things get real slow for us, as
Yeah.
we're just paying bill to bill, paycheck to paycheck for some folk, right? That's a long, painful time period. But that might just be a few months in financial markets. So if the markets continue to get crunched on while inflation remains low, and if and the Fed had already came out and they said, "We don't care about tariffs, because you get rid of tariffs and the core things of inflation, those are the only things we're looking at, really." So if
Yeah.
the core things that are causing inflation continue to go down and the market gets crunched a little bit more, the Fed will turn around and cut rates. Once the Fed cuts rates, Trump will go, "Hey, I'm starting to get what I want, which is rates to be cut." Can now start to seriously move to the negotiation table for trade deals. How quickly does that happen? Does that happen after the Fed cuts one rates or two rates? I don't know. But that's the first domino that needs to fall, which is Jerome Powell cutting rates. And then I'm going to start looking at the markets and go, okay, we're getting close to finding a confident bottom here for both the stock market and for Bitcoin. That's my thought. The counter argument there, and then I'll close this line of ranting, if you will, is, what if Bitcoin in that time period starts to finally prove itself to be taking on the role of gold, that safe haven asset? That's what we say it is. And this would be a great time for it to prove it. If it could start moving before the stock market and find that bottom, then you have regular investors who maybe don't think of crypto as anything potentially useful other than things that go up and down. They're very volatile, and a lot of them are scams, right? That's the brand of crypto in most people's minds who aren't in the space. They would then look at Bitcoin and go, "Oh, that really is acting like gold." And it would be a great proof point for it. So that's my thought process. And that's something I would love to see happen for Bitcoin. But something that we could potentially maybe see, but I don't want to put like too much hopium into people's minds, to ignore the fact that we still have two big problems for the financial markets that haven't been solved yet.
Dude, love the word. And really, like, first of all, someone in the chat's like, "Bro is in the dojo doing finance." Very based. Very good of you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My samurai swords and Pokemon cards. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's where it's up.
Dude,
You
the feng
mentioned some
shui
very
is strong.
interesting things. And what we have on the housing side, there's a lot of people watching the housing industry and saying, "Oh, regular buyers are running out of money. There's nothing that can be done." But what I see is a company called Pretium Partners and Blackstone layering in and buying stake in Section 8, guaranteed paychecks from the government, and really taking over a large portion of the single family sector, just banking on the fact people are going to have less money. There's going to be more Section 8 application. There's going to be more need for affordable housing. So it's really not the end of the market. So this massive haircut, I feel like everyone's waiting around poking the markets to find. It's just that the market is shifting and different mechanisms are being used by these powerful agencies to basically keep money flowing. And that's where my mind, I'm a prepper. So obviously, like I'm always looking out for the bubble to pop and all that.
Hmm.
What I see right now is just a different landscape. And you brought up something very good. If Bitcoin proves upward momentum before the stock market really starts popping again, man, that's where fireworks. That's where absolute fun.
Yeah, that's where all of that, rah talk that Larry Fink had, the CEO of BlackRock, for the past year and a half, saying, "Hey, I think BlackRock's the next big safe haven asset." And like Larry Fink likes to be right, and he has the
Right.
power to make himself right.
Mm.
Right? He has the power to do that. So this would be a perfect example of Larry Fink being like, "All right, now it's time for Bitcoin to go," and
Right.
letting it go. You know,
I mean, they
which
have a lot
might
of
not
power.
be what you want if you're a OG Bitcoin or crypto person. That's kind of a scary thought. Like, shit, what
I
we're
know.
reliant on Larry Fink. God damn it! It's like in reality, though, it was always going to be this way.
100%. It's like when we saw the ETFs come, it was like kind of the antithesis of Bitcoin. It's like now one of the largest holders of Bitcoin is one of the most powerful, nefarious organizations on the planet. They also, Blackstone, started by Larry Fink, right?
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
they're all one bird. But I love this info. I love having you come on the show. It's been an exciting morning. We're pumping. We look green. You brought up a couple projects on your X account. Maybe we'll show this here if I can find it. Here it is. So you're talking about Solana, Cardano, Avalanche, Sui, Hype, Near, all these different projects. Which one of these
Wender.
altcoins are you most inclined to look at if you do end up taking it?
Yeah, so I'm more inclined to look at some larger market cap coins, just because, again, little fear for the market, and also crypto market, even in a Solana or a Cardano or an XRP. I added XRP to that list too. There's enough volatility there for me to make plenty of money and walk away from. So what I'm really looking at right now and I have a Discord community as well. I've been posting charts on all these guys. Free to join, by the way. A little plug, but
Yeah.
I've really been looking at Solana. I've really been looking at Cardano as well, because they're both within a consolidation pattern, a little triangle that they yet to break out of in a meaningful way. So, maybe markets take a little bit of a breath over the next 16 hours or so. They've had a nice morning. Maybe they take a little bit of a breath. I'll analyze those and wait to see if they start to have a breakout for both Solana and Cardano. And I've taken a look at some of the other ones and a number of the other coins, like just off the top of my mind, Avalanche. Avalanche is right at the cusp of breaking a key resistance line, but it hasn't
Right.
broken it yet. So I want to wait for confirmation of a move and then ride that move up, and I'll cut out a trade just before it gets to the top and walk away with my 7% or 12% or whatever on my position and be happy as a clam.
There you go. A lot of exciting times on the charts. I'm glad to have you breaking down, really what you see on the markets. I see every market update you come out with every single morning. Honestly, you have a
Thanks,
great
man.
account, a great chin line, Also, are you going to be in Bitcoin Vegas?
I wasn't no, but so many people have asked me, and my
Come
best
on.
friend lives out in Vegas, where I'm just like, I'll take any excuse to go visit my best friend. He lives like
Yeah.
20 minutes off the strip, so I'll probably be there.
All right. If you do, come hang out. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
saying?
I will. Are you gonna
We're
be
going
at
to hang out in
Consensus
Sin
at all?
City. What's that?
You gonna be at Consensus at all?
I might not make it to Consensus. But I
Okay.
will be at Bitcoin. I went to Consensus in what was it? No, that was Bitcoin Day. That was Bitcoin Nashville. I went to Consensus in Texas a few years back. Consensus is really cool. I may end up going there, but if you do end up coming out to Vegas, definitely come hang out. And great chin line. It's great jawline, I guess.
Hey, dude. No, we'll go shooting together.
I hear myself when I'm talking, so it's a little crazy.
I know.
I
It's
definitely sound
hectic.
like a psychopath.
I definitely
Like there's nothing I
sound
can do
like
about it.
a
This is my
psychopath.
new voice. So
Forever.
it is what it is. All right. Well, William, Coin Guide, everyone out there, make sure to go follow him. Okay. He's at Coin Guide WW on Twitter. Really appreciate you coming on the show, bro.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for the
Absolutely.
invite, man. Have a great rest of the show, and may the Satoshi spirits smile upon us as Bitcoin goes to 100,000.
That's right. That's right, bro. All right, man. I'll see you soon.
See you guys.
That guy is cool as fuck.
He's
That
based.
guy is cool. That guy. Whoa, that guy is cool as fuck, dude.
Dropping
Gifted
memes.
5 blockchain basement memberships. Jesus.
Let me get myself out of my ear before I jump off a bridge.
Yeah.
Okay,
Keep an eye out for the next guest in case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hearing yourself while you try to talk it's the most hectic thing you could ever do.
Yeah. I really like that market sentiment. And he brought up some things that, people, I understand the worries and the doom and gloom and all that stuff. But what I see is that the market is simply shifting. The money mechanisms of market makers is shifting.
Mm,
They know people are going to get poorer.
yeah.
So they're shifting into Section 8. They're going to make shitloads of money off of it. I think that my mechanic is here working on the vehicle right now.
Yeah, actually.
What happened to the AA Drew command? He's still at the command seat. Same
No,
spot.
we're talking he's talking about upstairs. The whole studio setup upstairs.
Oh, we
Yeah.
still got that.
Yeah, it's still
We
there.
got that. I wanted to use that while I was like sick and I didn't want to move around much. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're back in here. You know what I mean? It does feel better to be back in the actual studio. It does.
It
I will
does.
say that.
It is big though, but it is nice to be in the
I
studio.
like a little distance between us.
I know. I don't
You know?
want to talk over you right next to you.
This
you know what I'm saying?
weekend, I had a couple beers. Isaac drove me to Tractors.
I did drive him to Tractor Supply. It was
Yep.
a great time.
All right. And also, I have to say this. Whoever decided that car engine should shut down at any time you stop at a red light needs to be put in one of those deportation flights to El Salvador. Absolutely agree with this.
Based.
And there was a message in there. Apparently, Hannah's in that, like,
Oh yeah, they have
Coins
that.
Chick Hooters competition or something.
Yeah, she's in the. If you go to Hannah's
God.
Twitter, you could do the little voting thing and vote for who you want to win in this next
What do they
competition.
Compete. I haven't even
I
seen
don't
this.
know what they're competing for.
The free
how
chicken
did-
wings?
I don't know.
I
I
thought
wish.
Hooters went out of business.
I
Well, they
thought
had the-
Hooters went out of business too, but it's one up the road.
Well, I know. I actually pointed that out this morning.
That's funny.
Now, South Korea going to be what is this? Oh wait, I got to share this. Hold on.
I think it's for a Hooters coin, chat.
Hold on.
It's for
I
ticker
got to
Hooters.
pull this thing up. Give me
Oh,
a minute here.
how
Hold on.
dare you
I know. Let's see. This is
break
kind of
my
crazy
new
news.
system?
South Korea's Hyundai to announce a $20 billion investment into the United States. According to CNBC, more companies leaning in to the American empire for our business proposition of the orange one. God, the Democrats better not win 2028 or we are. Like
So-
all this work that we're doing right now and setting it up, man.
It's gone in a month.
What is up? Deucey does.
Yes, he does. Crypto.
Now, Arthur Hayes saying Bitcoin will hit 110K before retesting 76K, and then it'll test 5K, and then it'll go to 150K, right? Arthur's just going for headline clicks. Too bad Hyundai is ass. That is accurate. It is accurate. Drew, just vote for. I will, Nicole. What did you think I'm not going to vote for her?
I don't know.
Come on. Isn't Hannah's in South Georgia right now?
She is in South Georgia.
Yeah.
Soon to be North Georgia.
Yeah, she let me know. She's near Jackal Island.
Oh yeah.
Michael Saylor. Oh, I did it again.
You did it again.
I
Oh
did
my
it again,
gosh.
Isaac. I did it. Like, oops, I did it again.
Nice. No, I got okay. Hold on. Let me read
What?
this chat real quick.
What are you doing?
No, I'm looking. ICP King says facts. I once paid Hannah 2 Ethereum for feet pics. No cap. So
You are banned!
Feet pics.
yeah,
Jesus.
insane.
I never understood that. The feet pic thing. I mean, the feet are feet, unless they got like corns on. Then that's not a foot. That's like a tree trunk. All right. Michael Saylor, more blasted and bought 6,911 Bitcoin, worth $584 million for strategy. These are investment agencies through the realm of strategy, not Saylor himself coming up with the money, mind you. Now, time to call your lover. Okay. This is Wall Street right now. Sea of green. A sea of returns. Tim Waltz can't sit there laughing at Tesla's stock going down to whatever it was, 230, 240 bucks or something like that. I don't think that we're going to die yet.
No,
I think we're going to cook the books for a little bit longer here. That's just the moral of the story is, and why I titled this, The Experts Are Wrong, is because all these experts are calling for
wrong.
like this immediate doom and gloom on the markets. And I'm just like, guys, they're going to cook the books a little bit further. Okay. We got a couple of years. That's why I showed William that graph
Yeah.
just to compare, the .com bubble to where we are. We got plenty of room to cook this market to the upside. So now we're going, and you know what? We'll show this. This is what I'm talking about. This is our current situation, the yellow. This is the black is the .com bubble. And then this is the comparison. It was different in terms of size GDP. Basis for 1995 to 2022 market GDP was 1/3 of what it is beginning in 1995 compared to the beginning. So this market much, much bigger. There's a lot more at stake. A lot more at stake. And this is kind of crazy. The 18-year real estate cycle says 2026 is going to be the cycle peak for real estate. And then 200-year-old farmer chart says that the 2026 is indeed the cycle peak. We have a couple different metrics here aiming at 2026. I am also aiming at 2026. When I find confluence well and outside of what I'm looking at, I take it very, very seriously. So with that being said, I'm going to be looking to be a buyer of real estate 2026. Just is what it is. I don't think we're going to zero. But I'm in aggregate going to be a real estate buyer at that time. Also, this is something that you don't see on the way into economic downturns is the NFIB is reporting that credit is harder to get than last time. This is not something you see heading into an economic downturn. Credit has just become easier to get for businesses. So that is something. The money is flowing. It is a changing. It is a changing. I like the Inspector Crusoe. Wow.
Based.
That's a good name. Inspector Crusoe. That sounds like someone out of France, doesn't it?
Kind of.
Crusoe.
Crusoe.
All right. Now, while all this is going on, the highest Bitcoin outflow from exchanges has happened since July of 2024. This is from Quinton. So you see this outflow, July 2024, pretty thick. This one, insanely large. Look at how much Bitcoin is leaving these exchanges.
Jesus.
Absolutely crazy. And this is the average investor being psyoped out of their bags as massive organizations like BlackRock and Strategy sit here gathering their bags because they know the United States is doing the strategic reserve. They know the states are doing the strategic reserve. They know pensions need an out. They know pensions need a fix too. These are really smart market managers that see where things are going. They're telling us where we're going, but we're sitting here complaining over a 20% dip in altcoins and then giving up and just walking away from the market before the getting gets good. You know what, though? At Bitcoin Vegas, if Bitcoin is under $90,000, looks like a little bubble is going to DJ in a McDonald's uniform. That'll be cool.
That'd be funny.
I got to catch that show. Now, I did it again. Oops. I'm so used to the other way. So used to the other way. Let's do it. This is crazy. So when I was a young man, I was learning about like Nephilim and all these monsters, like not monsters, but like giants, right? Which I consider demons at this point, like maybe demons and angels, right?
Which are 100% real.
Have you seen what's been talked about under Giza? I guess I gotta pull.
Why not?
It's so crazy.
Oh, this thing?
What do you? I can't see. Well, that's crazy too. What is this thing doing? Because there's all these people that are like, they're wondering how the pyramids were built, how that garden in Florida was built.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of talks about, like some sort of like magic wand or something. It's just, I want to know what people think. Like, are we crazy for questioning how the pyramids were built? You know what I mean?
No, we talked about this yesterday.
Are we really? And
No.
I gave up on like worrying about Nephilim and giants when I was like your age, I
Yeah.
think. But the Giza thing, like there's a lot of pretty big names talking about these huge pillar things that are apparently under Giza. And it makes you wonder, like, what is actually going on here? They have some like X-ray radar stuff going in there. It might have been LiDAR.
I'm going to pull it up.
So let's get this guy, Jim Corsetti. He's a pyramid discovery that could rewrite human history. Original scan results you seen on the left, and they were somehow interpreted to this. So these are the initial scan results right here. This is what's caused this whole hubbub. And now the interpretations are turning into this, pillar auditorium thing.
Yeah.
First order of business, third party should conduct immediate secondary testing. Completely agree. and compare scan results. Neutral third parties should analyze and interpret both sets of scans. Most important aspect of potential discovery is not necessarily the size or depth of the discovery, but rather the fact of a potential subterranean extension of the pyramid that exists.
Mm.
Kind of weird stuff, man. Kind of
Freaky.
weird stuff. What'd you say?
That is freaky.
It's a little freaky, you know. Maybe these things are like, oh, these look like demons. These look like drawings of demons that, you know, humans saw a long time ago. Using their voodoo juju on people and then just laying waste to them. Now, this is crazy. Turkey has banned short selling over the weekend. Markets and regulators ease stock buyback rules. And Turkey's finance minister, Simsek, says he is at his post. Banana Republic back at it again in Turkey. Things are getting crazy. They're turning on monetary controls. And these are the same types of things that you will see should the American Republic start to fall apart monetarily and geopolitically. You will see financial controls. This is why, you know, we talk about the price of Bitcoin all the time. But the sovereignty, the power of Bitcoin, holding your Bitcoin on your own ledger, hold storage device. This is the extreme power of Bitcoin and why we've made it as far as we have in Bitcoin, just flat out. Shout out to the channel partner, Arculus. You can get 10% off of one of these bad boys. Use code BASE10 and you utilize it. Let's roll them in.
Yeah, let's do it.
The Blockchain Basement is powered by Arculus. This is the world's leading crypto cold storage where you can easily secure, buy, swap, send, and receive all your crypto with a simple tap using 3-factor authentication to make sure to keep your assets safer than ever. Make sure to support the channel. Use code BASE10 and click the link down in the description to get your hands on your security today.
I like the palm trees, man.
I know,
I
right?
just got back from the palms. Laying out there. I got to start working out more cardio. I am a thick bitch.
Oh, we know.
I'm like, I weighed myself 255
Jesus.
this morning.
Wasn't
You
the
know, and
food
I'm not
yesterday?
like fat, but fuck man.
Yeah.
You know, none of my pants fit anymore.
I
And
know.
my shirts, like this looks like a medium. This is an extra large. My titties are huge. All right. So now, nunchuck skill.
I think you killed your. You killed your.
I killed it again.
Yes.
Isaac,
You're really good at it.
I can't believe you keep doing this to me.
I didn't do shit.
All right, look at this guy. He's got nunchuck skill. So he comes out in the blankie. So obviously, you know he's a danger to society at this point. Nunchuck skill. Well, let's listen.
Yeah, take this. Nunchuck Tyler is here to save the day with all of his nunchucks of fury. Nunchuck Tyler is using his nunchucks.
Absolutely.
Gonna take you out.
So now the question is, do I need to get nunchucks? Because this guy threatens me.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody should have nunchucks. I have 4 pairs of nunchucks.
You have 4 pairs of nunchucks?
And I have 2 wooden swords. I have 1 plastic sword, and I'm getting a real sword. I have a bunch of ninja shit.
All right.
You have to have one.
I just hooked you up with some armor. Hook me up with some nunchucks, man.
Yeah, no, I got you.
I'll
I
probably
got a
hit
pair.
myself in the nuts real quick.
Yeah, you want the wooden ones, or you want the metal ones, or do you want the plastic ones, the soft
Nunchuck
ones?
Tyler is here to save the day. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna give it a shot. You know, I may as well have nunchucks. I mean, what self-respecting man doesn't have nunchucks?
Exactly.
That's just, it doesn't seem reasonable for me at this point in my life.
You killed it again.
I'm 36 years old.
You're young.
Okay, but I feel old and I need nunchucks. Now, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has announced plans to ban pharmaceutical advertisements on television.
Nice.
So this will be helpful. I am so tired. Take this for your allergies, side effects, death, diarrhea for weeks, blindness, punching your wife, like all kinds of weird side effects you just would never expect. I am happy to see them. So, because if you have a problem, you're going to go to a doctor, and then the doctor is going to tell you, right? You'd expect that. Not sitting there watching the television being fed like all these, you know what? I was kind of tired last week. Maybe I have ball cancer and I need this medicine on the television.
That's gonna give me more ball cancer without me knowing it.
Isaac looks like he owns 4 pairs of nunchucks.
I won't ban you for that. That's that's reasonable. I respect that.
Yeah, that is reasonable. Absolutely. Now, this is cool. 10 millimeter optic cut switch, drum mag, and a foregrip on a 10 mil glove.
Jesus.
What a piece of work. What a piece of art.
A
This is incredible.
well-round-minded criminal.
Dude, I mean, what's allegedly, okay?
Allegedly,
You can
know,
take
if
the
you,
thing off.
yeah, but you can't take the switch off.
Well, you can. It's just not as quick. 10 mil is one hell of a round.
It is, and with the switch on it, like imagine automatic 10 mils. Come on,
Thick. You know,
yeah.
10 mils, great for bears too. Absolutely.
Mhm.
So I kind of want one. No, I mean, I already have one of these.
You already have a 10 mil.
I
yeah.
am just a couple steps away from being a major problem.
You still are a major problem.
This, I don't know what the hell this is. Ukrainian President Zelensky told Time he believes Russia has influenced some White House officials with disinformation. Is this guy ever going to shut the
I
fuck
think
up?
Zelensky's doing acid, guys.
ATF is sweating right now. They should be. You
Yeah.
got to keep the ATF sweating.
Otherwise, they ain't doing their job right.
Yeah. When they come up to him, like, those level, like, you have a permit? Is those level 4 plates, officer? You know, that's the only reasonable answer. Now, make sure to keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
Here
My
it
eyes
comes.
are peeled.
Your eyes are peeled.
Banana.
I want to go to all this stuff because I got some.
Oh, we know.
The end of an era. The end of an era. Jeremy Hogan is leaving.
Bad.
Dude, I'm going to
Ben-
miss him.
Been a fun 5 years, man.
You know, XRP, me and XRP, you know, we have our history, our beefs, our love affair.
I will always have beef with XRP.
But Jeremy Hogan really put it out on the line,
Oh, 100%.
you know, and like really fought like on a public eye sector for XRP to not be called a security. Now that the dust is settled, now that the lawsuits are kind of, you know, realizing that XRP is here to stay, it feels good. It definitely feels good. But Jeremy's going to be missed, man. I should try to get like an outro interview with him.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
You know what I mean? Let's see here. I am not sure. I got to text my mechanic. He's on the other side of the wall right now.
Yeah.
All right, not immediately sure. He's where one is, but I think we have one. He is the best mechanic
Yeah.
I have ever. You know, when you find a mechanic that doesn't rape you, hold on to it. Hold on to that.
Doesn't rape you?
Yes.
Okay.
Usually, you'll take the vehicle to them, and then they're like, "Oh, that'll be 500% more than it
$1,000.
would cost." It's insane, dude. This guy, based, you know, he gets the work done. You know, if you find a good mechanic, that's a relationship you want to hold on to.
Put a ring on it.
Yeah.
No homo.
Put a ring on. You sick. Very weird uncle. Bro him beer. All right. I will
Yeah.
bro him.
Yeah.
You know? Absolutely. Now, here's East's performance in Q1. Worst ever performance
Believe.
for Q1 in Ethereum. Look at this dog shit. Down 1%, down 31% in February, and then down 10% in March. Jesus. Is this, I mean, just got to turn around at a point.
Yeah.
Is it just in a speculator mindset.
Yeah.
You know, this has got to turn around.
Meaningless is driving through Georgia in a few
What?
hours. Do we
Meaningless
dare?
is coming
Do we
by?
dare let him step foot in this office?
Dude, of course.
I know. I'm just messing with him, but
You know, there's someone else that hit me up that wants to come into the show too. I mean, if you guys want to, if you're in Georgia, want to hang out with me, I don't know who would want to hang out with me.
no, psychopath. I do.
But if you do, I'm here. Hit me up. Now this is crazy. CCIP fees. Chainlink crushing it. Nobody seems to notice. Chainlink God looking in this as well. This is CCIP usage. Chainlink. Look at that insane explosion on the graph. Absolutely looking delicious. Where's the altcoins looking like right now? Let's go to this. Obviously, Chainlink, fine. You know, you're $15. Really, you know, for Chainlink, I'm kind of in line with DZ. I'd be surprised if we don't breach past 100. But you know what? Might be getting ahead of ourselves. Also, Crypto Princess. I got to get back to Crypto Princess for that interview to get it out.
Oh yeah.
I've just been so, you know, I've been distracted.
All over the place.
I've been distracted. I was sick. What can I say? I kind of like the new voice. I kind of like where things ended up with the voice.
It hit me too. So I sound like I've grown.
Now you were nowhere near as bad as I was.
Oh no, but I still got hit by it though.
Yeah. So right now, we're seeing Chainlink do some great things. CCIP doing well. Oh my God, my mechanic. he, he's he's asked me for a tarp, and instead he caught it covered. He cut a monster can in half. This guy is fucking. Look at this. Look at this. Like, what a dude. I got a crush on my mechanic. What can I say?
Pause.
Now, oh yeah, this is good. Chainlink has surpassed $20 trillion in transactions in value, enabled. Now, the standard for on-chain finance, we're enabling the next evolution of global markets. Absolutely beautiful. And here is Fidelity talking with Sergey. Have a listen to this little snippy doodad.
Sure. Can you put it on a tab?
Oh, I got to put it on the tab. Go on, read.
I know.
All right, let's do it.
Emma, how do you feel interoperability, cross-chain fits in with fund tokenization, AUM, these types of dynamics?
Sure. So, I mean, I think you're going to like the answer. That's why we're using Chainlink, right? So we don't have to worry too much about that.
I do like the answer.
That's what it is. They simplify it with Chainlink.
Mm-hmm.
We look at all these different protocols and what's winning, what's yada, yada, yada. Just look at this simple framework for how literally the entire data feed of crypto, the prices are moved around. It's like I've simplified things because there's just hundreds, if not thousands, of good projects out there, right? And even good projects die in a bull
Indeed.
market. We have to keep that in mind. So when I see Sergey out there aligning with the likes of Fidelity, aligning with the likes of BlackRock and all these organizations, it really it's an easy play. It's an easy play.
Now, you know what another great project is that we could talk about that's
What's that?
American-based?
Yeah.
Dagnum.
Oh,
And
is he here?
no other way to talk about it than with Dagnum himself.
Is he here?
He is here.
Oh my God.
Dagnum.
Hey, what's up, man? It's been a hot minute, but I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to dive into.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw some stuff. What is this tessellation? V3.
Oh, yeah. So tessellation is just the name of the protocol, right? So so Constellation is about to do probably the biggest update to the protocol in the history of the network, and it's going to unlock a lot of new features. I just released a video today, a couple of hours ago, where I walked through the update with one of the developers on the team. I mean, it's a pretty comprehensive list. Initially talking with him before we actually did the deep dive, I was like, okay, we're gonna make like a 10-minute max video, just so all the degens out there, the attention span won't get lost. But I was like, even 10 minutes is kind of a long, 10 minutes is kind of a long video, but there's a lot of detail on there. And I remember just midway through the thing, I looked up and I was like, son of a bitch, we're like already 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And we hadn't even scratched the surface. But, it's pretty good because there's a lot of depth in this update.
Well, I see a kind of a funny highlight here. Hopefully one feature will be the deployment of price go up. I got to show the price has been honestly one of the best holding in my portfolio through this whole market downturn. Look at this. So this is what, I mean, honestly, this feels good for me. And something you put up really made me smile. And it's kind of silly how this market works, but you put up a post about the sentiment on DAG going down, right? Sentiment plunging while the price is doing well and going to the upside. And something about DAG is that I can't remember if you said it or it's me, is like, it's not just American made. It's like American focused. We see the American government literally now outwardly talking about potential different use cases for blockchain on data storage, even elections eventually. But you put out a post that, Cardano Hoskinson, he's going to be sitting and I can't remember what seat conference he's going to. But when are people going to start realizing how intricately connected to the government DAG actually has been? Like, is there a time frame where it starts clicking that just because it's a smaller market cap doesn't mean it's not closer to the center of the sun with the U.S. government?
Wednesday.
Ooh.
Wednesday.
All right.
So, yeah,
Like that.
yeah. Wednesday is when it's all going to go down. The hottest ticket of the year, and probably within the past 12 months, is going to be this DC blockchain summit that's hosted by the Digital Chamber. And
Okay.
if you look, like if you pull up their profile on X, the whole thing is going to be live streamed. This is the first time that the event is going to be live streamed. And just if you look at just who's going to be speaking and presenting, just that alone is arguably the most bullish crypto conference that's ever been. I mean, you have everybody who's anybody politically that's going to be speaking at this event. And then you have essentially every major utility player in the industry that's going to be presenting. Chainlink is going to be presenting. Charles Hodgkinson from Cardano is going to be moderating a discussion with Donald Trump Jr. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, the whole thing, it's an all-day event. I think it starts at like 8 or 9 in the morning, and it goes all the way till like 5 p.m. in the evening.
Okay.
And there's also a private VIP dinner hosted by Constellation the night before. That's like super exclusive, and there's going to be lots of notable people that are going to be at that event. But then also all the people that are attending the event. This thing is going to be next level. And at the event, Constellation is going to be presenting twice. So they're not just going to be doing one keynote, they're going to be doing 2 keynotes there. And so that, I believe that that's the more than anybody else. Like Chainlink is presenting once. I don't think Cardano is presenting, but Charles Hodgkinson is going to be moderating. But the team at Constellation is going to be presenting twice. And the world, I mean, there'll be no question after Wednesday, there will be zero question whether or not Constellation is working with the federal government, because they're going to be revealing some stuff on Wednesday.
Oh, I'm glad I asked you that specific question. Very cool. All right, and we got a super chat here. This is a good question, but when will DAG, if ever, be listed on a U.S. exchange? You know, me personally, I got it like a long time ago on, I think it was Uphold I used or something like that. What is your opinion on that? Like, is there going to be a time where it gets listed on Coinbase finally? Like, I see you posting about it all the time.
Yeah.
Are they ever going to notice?
Yeah. Honestly, it's one of the most perplexing things ever. I mean, I don't see any reason why that there shouldn't be. And you know, everybody is obviously thinking that their token should be listing. But the case for Constellation is quite unique, as you were saying. So the federal government is literally using the chain right now. They are literally holding, there's 30 different federal agencies. The list might be more now, but as far as like last year, there's 30 different federal agencies all holding the native wallet of the ecosystem, which is the Stargazer wallet. And these 30 different federal agencies, outside of the private stuff that they're doing with the Department of Defense and Iron Spider, these 30 federal agencies are part of the National DigiFoundry. The National DigiFoundry is a public-private like incubator program working on ways that we could move forward digital asset adoption. And they're doing all kinds of crazy work. There's a space working group. Right now, there's satellites in space leveraging the hypergraph technology sending secure communications.
Right.
Last November, the U.S. Treasury Department, U.S. Space Force, and the National Science Foundation were at this convention, the Blockchain Association, the Global Blockchain Association, which also is a member of the DigiFoundry. And they went through this list of things that have been accomplished through this initiative. And one of the things that they talked about that has already been done is cross-border payments. So it's weird to me that nobody wants to bring this network up. And it's also weird to me why Coinbase won't want to list the native asset and token of the whole protocol on their network. So the National DigiFoundry has a layer 0 token. So DAG is its own chain, and it has its own token standard. So the National DigiFoundry has a token. It's called NDT. And yeah, there's literally somebody at the U.S. Treasury Department that is holding a bunch of these tokens in a wallet and using that to interface with the network.
Well,
and Coinbase won't list it.
It's sometimes maybe they're doing it on purpose because they know, I don't know, maybe that they would want people to get in on it, even if the people, because the fees, but the fees are very low. They don't make much off the fees. Maybe that plays into it. But something you just reminded me. Also, if you're out there and you are holding DAG on a Stargazer wallet every single day, or not every day, but often, I've been claiming these PACA tokens. You know what I mean? I remember you told me about the PACA token on the Stargazer wallet. I have screwed up a little bit DAG because I don't post on X every time I talk about DAG, which is damn near every other show on on the blockchain basement. I mess up. I should post more hashtags or whatever. But the crypto summit, it's like DAG has one of the strongest. They're almost more aggressive than the XRP. But they hold it for the long term. It's such an interesting thing to wonder why it's being overlooked by Coinbase and all these organizations. One idea is maybe it has too much upside. They just don't want us to have nice things. That's me as my conspiracy theory mind. You know what I mean? I looked at this thing years ago, saw Project Iron Spider. It stayed in play with that and so many other applications. It's honestly set up. I say this often. I think it's going to be not only technologically one of the longest lasting altcoins, but some of the best upside for me, just because I got into it at such a low market cap. But for where we are in the markets, the altcoin sentiment down in the gut. Do you think that we will see further updates from Trump and the government that will be kind of hype like you saw when Trump was inaugurated to get us to 109 initially? Or are we now in like this forever kind of hangover about Trump's in play? They're talking about crypto right to our face. Are we numb? Is the crypto market really not going to keep moving until we see the actual strategic Bitcoin reserve put in place, do you think?
I don't know. Like if so I think I shared my screen going over the DigiFoundry, right? And so if you look at this guy, right? Just look at this guy. This guy was the CEO of Trump Media. So, I mean, I can't say for certain, Trump knows about Constellation,
right?
But, getting back to like what you were talking about, like if it's gonna release. So here's the Financial Product Tokenization Working Group over at the National DigiFoundry. And so if you go into this Financial Product Tokenization Working Group, the first thing you're going to notice is this is a DAG address. This isn't a Bitcoin address. It's not an Ethereum address. It's not a Solana. Like this is a DAG address.
And that's something people don't get. They don't understand that it has its own chain. They think it's just like on top of Solana.
And so if you look at the Financial Product Tokenization Working Group that the Treasury Department is in, there's a couple things here, and this is some of the research that they're doing. They're working on, one, a tokenization engine. And then number two, if you go down, here, it talks about actually using a DEX. So like the government isn't opposed to decentralized exchanges.
Right.
They just want to make sure that these networks are complying with rules, regulations, and that they're trustworthy. And it just so happens that Constellation is actually about to release a DEX. So you're going to have a DEX launch on the most used network by the federal government. So Constellation has received the top 1% of all federal funding for blockchain applications, and they're the #1 data focused blockchain by the Department of Defense.
Right.
And these guys are about to launch a DEX, and those packet tokens that you've been holding on. So when the DEX releases, it's going to have its own token, a DEX token, and everyone's going to get airdropped. And packet holders are one of the largest recipients of this airdrop, and so are DAG. So if you're holding DAG and PACA in your Stargazer wallet, you'll get airdropped the DEX tokens.
All right. Hell yeah. I got that. Well, man, Dagnum, it's been a hell of a long time. Glad to have you back on the show, man. And I just asked William, are you going to Bitcoin Vegas? Are we going to Vegas?
Are we going to Vegas? That's in May, right?
Yes. End of May. Yep.
Yeah.
It's the 27th through the 29th
27th
of May.
What do you think?
Yeah, if it's in my schedule, I'm definitely gonna go. Last year, the Nashville was crazy. There was so much energy in that room. And
it's going to be interesting this time.
Foreshadowing like what we're seeing now, right?
Right.
Yeah, because you have not just Trump and the administration, but you have the entire Congress. You have the most pro crypto Congress of any time in history, and so you have Democrats and Republicans that are both pro crypto. So last November, during the election, essentially, if you were against crypto, you either didn't win your reelection, or you didn't win your election. Because more pro crypto candidates were put on the ballot and got sworn in than any time in history.
Well, it's almost like the money talk aspect of it came into play, because Bitcoiners, OG Bitcoiners, they got a lot of buying power, they got a lot of lobbying power, and the economy was in the shambles it was, and now we have all these mechanisms being talked about. But it makes sense that we can't just hop in and start hammer buying Bitcoin through the treasury right now. It's going to take a lot of red tape to wipe away. I don't expect us to see that until 2020, but I'm excited. Dagnum, let's make sure to show where people can follow you, because I love following your posts, man. I love following all your trolls. You have some of the most highbrow trolls on the internet. Okay.
Oh, man. It's like it's brutal, and I think that's honestly where some of that sentiment happened, because that sentiment dropped like 80% in under 24 hours. I mean, that wasn't organic. I mean, like, as you pointed out, the price is pretty steady, and then all of a sudden there was an 80% drop in sentiment. I mean, that's just people trolling.
Absolutely.
But you know what I am pretty excited about is so at Nashville, you and I kind of shot off the idea, because I guess one of the largest viewing audiences that you guys have is the Villages.
Oh my God, Florida. That's right. The Villages.
Dude. Yeah, so I don't know if you're aware, but Bitcoin on Base, so the Base ecosystem is actually building on Constellation. There's a lot of projects that are going to launch their own metagraphs to leverage that technology, and one of the tokens is the Boomer token.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
dude.
So Boomer on Base.
Yeah, Boomer. We need to maybe explore doing that live show from the Boomer capital of the world over there in the Villages.
Isaac is a sacrificial lamb.
I will be sacrificed live on air. I'm here for it.
All right, good. Yeah, we can make it happen, Dagnum. Well, make sure everyone that's out there watching, follow Dagnum at Dagnum_PI. Absolute wonderful time to have you on the show here. You know what? We might end up going to Pineapple Haven. Pineapple Haven. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the villages. Oh, and that post that you just brought up, I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty significant. If you look, you guys can fact check this right now. Bo Hines, if you look at the people that he's following, there's only one. I mean, he's following a few CEOs, but he's only following one network.
No kidding. Okay. Some sneaky little nuggets being left. And this being done in the front. Like you can see it.
Yeah.
Thank you for highlighting that. You know.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Well, Mr. Dagnum, I'm gonna get back to it. I gotta cover some nunchucks, some roundhouse kicks, and one more degenerate altcoin. But appreciate you coming on the show, man. All right, brother. Take care. Yeah. Isaac's going on the golf cart in the villages.
I mean, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be murdered.
Isaac looks like he loves cougars.
I do indeed love cougars. Ask Coins Chick.
Hey, oh my God. Oh no, you're in trouble now. I forgot she's in the crowd. Oh,
She's
man.
in the crowd.
You're in trouble now.
I'm not in
Cougar
trouble.
on Dag.
I'm in a good kind of trouble.
And Crypto Steve's got a bunch of valid questions. It's like Dag, it doesn't have all the dApps and all the subculture of coins like you see on the average chain.
Mhm.
It's basically just been focused on these partnerships with the government since 2018. So it's an interesting one. Not out there vying for, the biggest exchange listing.
Yeah.
It is kind of an interesting project. So, with that being said, it's a beautiful day in crypto. It's a beautiful day to be alive. Did you just call Coins
I
Chick
didn't
old?
call her old. I called her a
Oh.
cougar because she's older than me.
Bro.
Use your brains, you
Oh my
numbskulls.
God. Oh my God. Yeah, that Crypto Steve, I understand why he's like, where's the dApps? Where's all the subculture coins? It's not something that cares about that. It's not like your tap tools on Cardano or all the things that are built under Solana. It's its own thing, made essentially for data security,
Mm.
and utility coins like that are really how I got into crypto in general anyways. The price action is just a positive bonus, I feel like, but it's a beautiful day in crypto. Our bags are not going to zero. It feels damn good. One more look at the markets at large. Let's have a look here. Have a look, see if we died while we're talking, while we're yapping here. 87.9 right now. Let's see the biggest winner, SPX 6900. Holy shit! How is this dead or is this like
I don't know, man.
It's not really dead.
No, not really.
Look at it bounced pretty
I'm
good.
talking about all day today.
It's actually one of the strongest ones. All right, good to see. Got to give credit where credit is due.
Indeed.
Let's go to the other top winners here. Altcoin. We deserve everything that's coming.
We deserve all the pain and all the blood in the markets for the rest of our lives.
Parachain, 15% there. Render finally come back, 382. Let's take a look at Render. We'll take a look at Render and Sonic. 15% on the day for Render. Nice lively pump. Needed that because we are just a series of lower lows. In the general all-time graph here, this goes back to 2020, mind you. This has got two bull markets. This level just bounced off of, honestly, a little bit below that little support shelf. So it was kind of dangerous getting into this mode. This is the ultimate psyop, man. This is where a bunch of altcoin holders gave up, dude. Very sad. Very, very sad.
I'm gonna ban the fuck out of people right now.
Why?
I'm kidding. I'm just
Are they all
joking.
coming after you?
No,
You know
they're
what?
not coming after me. They're just being unhinged.
You're gonna enjoy the village.
Oh God.
They have great pizza.
They have great pizza. Is it made out of my own flesh and bone?
He's gonna have pineapple pizza. Love
Love-
me some good Jim Cougars. Unbelievable.
Do I mean?
This is where you should be buying. Crypto Tony, that is right. Unbelievable. Well, let's look at me. Maybe I'll be slapping a trade on here. I got to go check on the mechanics, see how he's doing. If I see this thing roll to the downside on Bitcoin, I want to see the momentum wave move to the downside and catch some of these levels of support in there. Imagine there's a nice volume node in this chop zone here. Where is the liquidity living? Let's check it out. Hop on over to CoinGlass. Okay. Nice and easy, nice and free. That's good. Where's the liquidation heap? I kind of love this new voice.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice. My daughter doesn't like it as much. All right, so we're going to Binance, under the 12-hour. She thinks I sound mad all the time. She always thinks I'm sounding mad. Now, where is this? So washout at 86.48. Okay, so that's the level I'll watch out for. And honestly, this washout could go pretty deep. I have to wait for like 86 flat. If I see it, I get it, and I'll
You
get
are
in.
banned!
Mr. Mark, my good old friend.
No. Mr. Mark got it?
Yeah,
Mr. Mark is one of my hardest working mods, man.
I know he is one of the greatest mods, greatest people to talk to on the
Dude,
planet.
also, mods, if you can, help us clean up the scam comments at the end of the show because
we're getting wrecked right now.
We are getting wrecked by scam comments. And that leaves community members or people that are new to crypto at risk of being wrecked by buying some scam coin or, getting involved with the wrong people, shady people behind the strip mall bar of cryptocurrency and altcoins. Man, it's a dangerous place.
Indeed.
Dangerous place. But you know what? We're going to send it now. I'm going to go check on the car. It's a crazy day. Appreciate every single one of you. And Crypto Stevo set. Just because someone gives you pizza doesn't mean you should accept. Remember the flu game of Jordan. That's an important message right there. ICP King. OG Baban. Who is this scam? Who are you, scam? Wispy, Crypto Stevo again. This is the Bitcoin way. K-Jam. Who is the scam? Am I a scam? Is my existence a scam? This is something you got to think about. Is it bad to talk about cryptocurrency because you're advertising for it and then other people go buy the giant green candle even though you warn against it your whole fucking life? Is that a bad thing?
No, it doesn't make it your fault.
Is advertising Bitcoin and self-sovereignty wrong? That's, because beyond that, you get in trouble, or not really in trouble, but people complain if they buy an altcoin at the wrong time. I bought it way long ago and it's, I'm still way up and I'm laughing at this pullback. And people get mad, they're like, you're a scammer. This is a scam. And then they fucking complain at you when it pumps again. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I love and appreciate every single one of you out there. Mr. Mark, sufficient enough. Mr. Nick Dunn, one of the best. You guys are the best. I did see the thing about, someone going after AJ's wife. He's not worth it. If he's not going to get in the ring with me, is it really worth talking about?
No.
The answer is no.
Not at all.
I don't talk much. When you get in a confrontation with someone, the more you yap, the easier your jaw is to. I'm more of the just stare, bring them on in, get the action going, be able to claim it's self-defense. That's important. Always make sure it looks good on paper, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, I'll see you on the next show. Take care.